When I was a little kid, I wanted to be black because my babysitter, Marcus and Amanda, were black, and they were the shit.
Were Marcus and Amanda fucking?
No, they were brother and sister.
Oh, okay.
Didn't say no.
I did say no.
Were they actually brother and sister, or were they like brother and sister? And that's how you address black people.
No, they were actually brother and sister, although, I heard this hilarious story of a guy who was dating a black girl, and she said her and this guy were family, and it was like the black were family, so they were fucking and cheating on him.
All right, well, we're leaving this in. Welcome to the Mean Boys Podcast, everybody. It's a special bonus episode, so if you haven't heard the show before, listen to a different one, because this is not going to be representative of what we do. We're going to have a special conversational episode with everyone's favorite guest, Mr. Tommentary Gossip.
What's up?
Could not have said that further away from the microphone.
He literally looked in the other direction as if the microphone would take his speech.
Yeah,
he was worried.
Well, yeah, we're a little understaffed because Ramsey predictably it didn't. And
have we gotten any Ramsey abuse emails?
Not yet,
guys.
Unfortunately,
listen.
If I knew Photoshop, I'd do it.
We don't ask a lot.
Well, yeah, and Joe and Tom are going Paul McCartney, John Lennon on our fucking. Let's maybe move this up a little bit.
Everything about this episode is just ramshackle as fuck.
Yeah, this is. Okay.
Can we real quick tell the story for the audience of how Tom got here?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we were supposed to do this an hour and a half ago, but.
Sorry.
Tom was running very late, and we were all sitting in front of the Mean Boy bunker waiting for him. And then we just hear from like 2 blocks away, just like a horn that's completely just being laid in on. And we're like, what is that awful sound? And then it just keeps getting louder and louder. And then we just see a panicked Tom Goss drive past the bunker with his hands over his ears while he's driving a car. And then you hear the sound go, and
like the Doppler effect.
Yeah, and then it flips around. And Tom comes back and pulls into the driveway, and his like neighbors are walking out of
Immigrant
houses.
families have gathered around.
And he's trying
confused.
to shout over the horn, I'm sorry, I broke the car.
And it had been like that for 3 miles.
Since I exited Echo Park, some fuckface was in the middle of the street because there's no one fucking in front of him, and he's trying to park, but he's not moving. So I just go fuck yourself, and I slammed on the horn, and then it didn't stop the whole rest of the way here.
Yeah, and it took a sane human being about 8 seconds to fix it once you pulled into the driveway.
He hit it a bunch of times. I was pulling on it. I thought you were supposed
Maybe
to
try a different thing if the thing you're trying isn't working.
You're asking him to do that while he's in the middle of a moving automobile. I think you handled the situation with great aplomb.
Thank you,
Tom.
Joe. This is why I'm sitting next to him.
You did the best you can with what you had.
If you would have fixed it, you would have deprived me of the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That is legitimately the greatest thing that's ever happened.
It's kind of a motto for your whole life, Tom. And then the best you hand with it with the hand you're dealt, and it ended up comically inept.
Yeah, the hand doesn't work. I just don't know how to fuck. Yeah, that was a nightmare. I was so afraid of a cop because it was literally 10 minutes of me just throughout the whole fucking Echo Park. Oh, and all these Mexicans kept yelling at me from the sidewalk, and I kept doing this because the prayer hand thing, because that's what
I tried to communicate with them through emoji.
I tried to speak Jesus magic at them.
I sent the text to God. He didn't read back.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
and by the way, Tom has a blonde mohawk with the roots growing in. And he looks like some kind of Sonic the Hedgehog, Travis Bickle, ska trumpet fucking idiot.
Everything about him is bad.
I like it.
I kind of like it, too.
I like it, too. That does not mean that it is a good sight to see when the car horn has been honking continuously.
You look like a shitty Pokemon.
This really is the best haircut to have if your car horn is going to
You don't want to see a man with a tasteful comb over.
The only way that could have been better is if he accidentally glued a clown wig to him. I was playing around and had glue in it. There was no sign or nothing.
There wasn't no sign.
I cut eye holes in it.
Yeah, I was smoking a cigarette in the car when it first happened. I was like, I better flick this and see if there's a cop coming. I don't think they like cigarettes. But yeah, it was. This
is a word for him.
I found that out from my guinea pig. He accidentally ate one. He didn't like it. He got very sick.
My guinea pig actually died when I was in the mental hospital.
Yeah. Go on.
No, I was just telling the actual story.
You didn't tell it.
I think that's the beginning and end of
You
it.
gave the back of the book tease, but
It's like an E.E. Cummings poem. It's
I mean, it probably died of not being fed. I don't think it like killed itself.
Heat stroke.
how do you know?
Because it was like 110 and we forgot to bring it back inside.
I had a bunny, it got too hot and it died.
Oh my
Fur
god!
is ridiculous.
Yeah, its name was Gandalf. It was the shit.
Well, welcome home, Tom.
Well, he'll go to whatever the heaven for wizards and Lord of the Rings is. I don't know the word for anymore.
Tom has been on the road for 5 weeks. I have had very limited correspondence with him, so I'm excited. Please tell us about. How about you? Let's break it down like this. Just run through real quick all the locations you've slept at.
Okay. Well, you guys know the first one, Danny Minch's couch.
Oh,
Okay.
That's living life.
Yeah, no, that was nice. And then 3 nights at first in a car in the middle of the Arizona desert.
Yeah.
And yeah, really not cool. That was fucking really hot. And then got to Oklahoma and couch, floor, train.
Is this your vision board?
Wait, train?
Yeah, well, I took from Indiana after the Indiana
No,
was
he
over.
wasn't on a train. He set up a box on top of it. While people graffitied the sides.
Boxcar Tom.
Oh, those are good books. Yeah, no, as a kid. But yeah, no, and then I took a bus from Indiana, Chicago, and then I got my first bed for a month. I mean, I had mattresses, but they were like on the floor, and there was like, like a sock to sleep. Like, they didn't have blankets and shit. So you just kind of.
They gave you a sock?
I had socks. So I just kind of grabbed random clothes for like,
Warmth?
Yeah, well, more comfort.
Cuddling with his sock. Like, I like to imagine you stuffed it with other socks and painted a face on it.
Well, as we've discussed, you can just pull free clothes out of the ether.
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, lady who tweeted, I've been finding more clothes, she gets it now. It's a thing. It's a real thing. Not as many.
Open your eyes, man. It's like chemtrails. If you're not looking for them, you won't notice. But then the next thing you know, you're fucking, oh, dude.
It's like those glasses from They Live. Like, you put them on, and all of a sudden you're seeing shirts.
Yeah, I don't know that reference, but what was I going to say? Yeah, not as many street clothes in other cities. I noticed it's mostly.
Do you think you're maybe just not, as attuned to the lay of the land?
There's no fucking litter in the other cities. Like, I felt bad flicking cigarettes. Like, LA, you just flick it on like a mattress or something someone left out. But
Yeah.
fucking.
You just flick it on all that dry brush.
But fucking Oklahoma, the city's clean. It was really weird.
We knew that you were going to come back with some, one weird, retarded takeaway. Like, yeah, Oklahoma's very clean. Like, Tom, you traveled America for a month, and that's what you got.
No, everywhere else is cleaner than LA. It's crazy.
Well, yeah,
The Washington Monument has a lot of birds.
well, me and Ramsey were discussing. We're like, he's going to come back with one opinion on some random animal, and that'll be all he has to say about it. So we're like, I don't like geese. So we texted you, how do you feel about geese? And you said, I'm more of a ballard guy. Of a mallard guy.
Yeah, Ballard. Ballard's something else. I think it's a song or something.
That's a ballad.
That's a ballad, Tom. Yeah, the ballad of John and Yoko face.
The ballad of mallards.
Yeah. No, I actually, when Ramsey first said that to me, I sent him a poem from when I was 5, where I just started randomly plugging that geese will bite you. And so,
Oh, yeah, I've heard that poem.
yeah.
You got to read some of these poems on Mean Boys,
Oh,
guys.
you should. Yeah, I got to do all my Valentine's Day poems at some point.
they're real
The
good.
Valentine's Day series is some of your finest work.
Yeah, really lonely.
It's like the Jim Morrison Paris recordings.
I don't know that reference.
I know. Yeah,
It's not for you.
context clues, Tom.
I'm guessing some music shit.
Sure.
I mean, you're right.
Yeah, the animal I fell in love with is there was a one-eyed cat named Pippin, and it followed me wherever I went throughout Indiana.
Pippin.
And I honestly, fuck cats, but Pippin was the shit. I was sleeping on the couch. I just kept hearing like this banging on the door, and I kept going to the door. I was like, there's no one here. After like the 4th time, I looked down, the cat was just like, and then I let it inside. But it's creepy waking up to a one-eyed cat looking at you from his window. But
It's probably pretty creepy waking up to a mohawked man honking continuously outside your apartment.
How do you think the cat felt?
Pippin loved me, by the way. It always brushed up on me, and at first I think it was because I have allergies, and then I wasn't allergic to it, and it followed me on walks. We went on a 3-mile walk.
You went on you walked a cat.
No. I went for a walk.
No, the cat walked Tom.
Yeah, the Pippin walked with me. It was fucking great. Yeah.
Like a Pikachu.
And then, yeah, I guess his neighbors were all weird at the guy who owned the cat, because I guess it died in his front yard, and his ex-girlfriend kept saying that he killed it, but he didn't kill it. And then, you could see in the grass where the body was. But, yeah, he's good to animals. He's just in trouble because he, beat up some guy who was beating his girl. He was a wife beater, but he's a good guy. We play foosball.
Stop depressing. You just called a man a wife beater.
Yeah.
That was such a quick descent into madness.
This was okay, reasonable dissemination of information. What the fuck are you talking about? Wife beater.
He went from A to X so
I
fast.
stayed at his house for a week. He's a good guy. John Kuhn, shout out.
I'm sure he appreciates the name check.
John Kuhn.
With a K.
Was he a raccoon, Tom?
I mean, to you and me, but
Pippin the cat, John Kuhn the raccoon.
There was some argument about garbage distribution.
He threw the dead cat in the neighbor's trash, so there was.
Wait, the cat you were friends with died?
No, the other cat that died.
Okay.
The one that had its body on the lawn.
Yeah, that's why I got confused. I didn't know there was another cat.
No, Pippin's alive and
I
well.
didn't know there was a second cat on the grassy knoll.
Yeah, you could see the body. But yeah, Pippin was the shit. You guys wanted animal info. And then, I mean,
stop framing this like this is what you guys wanted.
I don't know. I'm an innocent bystander.
I met a lot of animals. Should I talk about, or should I tell you about other shit? I got to perform at a WWE style wrestling ring.
You
That was
did,
cool.
yeah.
And I got to perform in a barn.
Perform what?
For Pippin, you mean?
It was in the middle of fuck nowhere, Indiana.
Fuck nowhere.
It was there's everyone's a redneck and has a gun, and there was one Bernie supporter in the whole county, and everyone hates her, and it's just one of those areas. And so we were staying at his place for a couple nights. So last night we did a show at a barn, and it was a great barn. It was a beautiful barn. And
why are you talking about this barn like Trump? It was a great barn, beautiful barn,
Best barn.
fantastic crowds, very proud.
It was a great barn. I had a good crowd. And,
How much of the crowd was animals?
Just a dog. Just one dog.
Okay.
The rest you just
Yeah, one of those big black and white dogs that has the milk come out.
I just picture the painting of the baby Jesus in a manger, but it's just you doing a set for a bunch of farm animals.
just me screaming at a cow about croissants.
This guy brought me a bunch of myrrh. It hurts my sinuses.
Yeah.
I don't know, Frank. Incense.
When we first got to Indiana in Newcastle, yeah, we first got there where we did the show at the barn. It was the first night we didn't have to drive anywhere. It was just a night off. So the next day we started drinking at 10 in the morning, and we had 8 drinks by 2, and then I blacked out. And the next day, my buddy was like, "You're all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, what happened?" He was like, "Well, you had to hit a pot and you threw up on me." And then before that, you were swimming in the pool screaming, "Fire, fire, give me fire, I want fire." So I gave you a lighter and you lit my shirt on fire. So that was our first day off. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was leisure time.
Yeah. It was great.
Tom, there are some people that think that you are a character that Keith is doing.
I know. We need to both speak at the same time right
Okay.
now. 1, 2, 3.
I'm not Keith.
I'm Tom.
All right, well, what else?
Karnak.
Like
Sleeps in a Karnak.
oh my god, you're like an Andy Kaufman character for You Were Funny.
Ah, well played.
Here he comes to save the day. He's a mouse, though.
The joke is in the words I don't say.
Wait, am I supposed to be Elvis right now?
I was reading Great Gatsby aloud and a crowd gathered. I don't know. It was well received.
That's the book where the guy killed that dude, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Tom.
I mean, you're right, but No.
Oh, Star Wars. That's the film franchise about those furry dudes that believe in magic. I mean, I suppose.
Ewoks believe in magic?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Luke and the Force.
Yeah, remember it?
That's not magic.
No, but when he hovers,
Oh my God.
they think he's a god.
Oh,
I would
yeah,
love to
that's
know-
understandable.
Why don't you think the? Force
I don't know
is
if it's
magic?
harder to get through your mind or for the surgeon to get through your folds someday.
I haven't had surgery yet.
It's coming.
But
So, what? Give us some more highlights. What else do we got on Tom's Road Diaries?
Were there any ladies you met on the road?
yeah, I didn't like talking to people. There
Okay.
was, I guess, like the first night we got to Oklahoma, we did an open mic because it took us like 3 days and we got there a day early, and so we went to an open mic and there were some chicks there, and then I kept trying to talk to the ugly one because I thought I had better chances. And then afterwards, everyone was yelling at me in the car, going, "You know that blonde girl kept trying to talk to you?" And I was like, "Oh, well, why don't you say something?" So that was the closest I got to sex. Yeah,
Not even Pippin the cat.
yeah. No, I realize in this story, I don't like talking to people. You know,
I'm so
Yeah.
with you.
I like talking to you guys and my friends, but I guess like in Indiana, the guy I went on the road with, his buddy was like, "Hey, how come he doesn't talk to anybody? He just kind of walks around." And he was like, "That's where all the jokes come from." And then he was like, "He's smarter than all of us." And I was like,
Or Indiana.
that's what happens when I don't talk.
Like, Tom, there really needs to be like some kind of farmyard accident to explain your mental state. Like, yeah, boy, hasn't been right since he got his foot caught in the harvester.
My dad threw me and dropped me on my head one time when I was little.
Well, there it is.
That is the least surprising thing I've ever heard in my life.
But I think it needed
Just
more
like a little
than that.
shot put of dumbery.
Well, he caught me like the first 3 times. So
It probably
that's-
sounded like the horn going through the neighborhood, like.
I would have rather been a discus.
Oh God! All right, what else?
yeah, I'm trying to think.
So you went to Oklahoma, Indiana.
What were you eating? What any memorable foods on this trip? Any?
The people in Oklahoma made us some real good. They made us breakfast mountain and shit. It was a mountain of breakfast, and it was
Wait, Breakfast Mountain?
Yeah,
Explain.
Yeah,
they got
is
like
that
a
something from
giant-
Adventure Time?
like, they got
Is this
like
what he calls pancakes?
that too? But there was like a plate the size of this table, and they just fucking piled it that high, and that was great. Mostly I ate mostly like granola bars and and donuts because they're cheap. It's like
True.
It's like and delicious.
That's a good epitaph.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of donuts, and then some people would feed us, and then mostly didn't.
Well, like this is like the conversation between the stray dogs at night. Yeah, mostly squirrels. Sometimes people would give us stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
When all the humans go to sleep, that's when the
But in a dumpster, we call it Breakfast Mountain.
Breakfast Mountain.
when I got to Chicago, I learned how to cook eggs. And I omelet these bitches. Like, I know how to cook omelets like a motherfucker now. You guys ever do blue cheese in an omelet?
That sounds pretty dope.
I have done that.
It's fucking...
I just like that you just used omelet as a verb.
Yeah, you use
Well,
it however you
I've
want.
been
It's your
texting
omelet.
Tom my omelets for a while. That's
good.
actually a thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna like take Silver Lake by storm. It's like, you're gonna omelet. It's gonna be the new Dutch omeleting.
Tomlets, baby.
Damn it, you beat me by half a second.
Tom is the originator of like cool culture. He's like Tom's the new black people. He's just
Because he's for sure going to be shot by police.
he's just the font for the new weird quirky nonsense.
Tom is the new boy.
Take that, Netflix. Yeah, that would be cool. But, so
I don't like eating pussy. I can't be on the show.
Yeah, no, I just, it's not worth talking to girls for it. You know what I mean? Or people. You know, I just don't like talk. People. Some guy kept talking about his woodworking after a show, and I was just like, I saw a lady shove a pen up her nose trying to kill herself. Like, why are you? Like, I've had the exciting thing. Why are you talking about this shit? I don't give a fuck about woodwork. Like, I wanted to yell at him so bad, and I just kind of sat there. and just think about the fucking blood on the sheets, and then he's talking about the goddamn merits of oak. I don't give a flying fuck. Why the fuck are you talking to me? Like, I was almost excited when I had a bad set, because, like, now no one's gonna fucking talk to me. Some guy came up to me and was like, you gotta hear about how I lost 10 feet of my fucking bowels. And then he had to talk about that. It was like, unless you're showing me, I don't give a shit. This is fucking boring. Fuck you. Just don't talk to me.
Unless you're gonna give me a keychain made of your large intestine.
You're talking about the merits of oak when there's blood on the sheet.
You great American poet.
Yeah, I can't talk to people. And some of the people were real nice. I was the dick, fully. But I'd have to drink so much to talk to people. And then they just knew me as a guy who was drunk. And then, you know, I don't think they give a shit.
Terrible oak stories. What are the merits of oak, as he said?
Oh, I was tuning out. I couldn't, but he was just talking, you gotta go with the grain, and I made a bowl, and I was like, I don't fucking care. I don't care about your goddamn woodworking. I don't give a shit. He's like, yeah, that's my art. I go in, I just shave the bowl, and you do jokes. I'm like, I'm gonna, can you fucking carve out a steak so I can stack it? Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you.
You get up on stage, Tom, and you rock people's world, and they shout you with adulation. This guy here, he's making an ottoman or something, and no one's shouting his praises. I feel bad for him.
Oh God, dude.
Yeah, but my praises was
come to
having
the
to
Tom
hear about
meet
the
and greet after his
goddamn
next show.
ottoman. That's not it. That's just I don't know.
Yeah, why did these have a whole empire? I don't even like them that
much. You can't rule when everyone's putting their feet on you.
Oh man, can we set Tom up on like a speed dating situation?
Oh my God!
I'll wear the GoPro.
Yes, that'll help. Okay, Tom showed up to a comedy show recently with a GoPro strapped to his forehead, like some kind of weird porn miner, and it was upsetting how like fitting it was. I was like, I did notice it after 3 minutes.
It didn't strike you as odd at all.
No,
nothing is incongruous about this situation.
Of all the people who end up as a cyborg, Tom.
Yeah.
How great would it be to have like a cash cab camera in the car when Tom's fucking horn would shut off?
Yeah, Goss necklace.
What?
GoPro. I don't know. Just riffing. It didn't go well. Yeah, I'm trying. A lot of shit happened, but it feels like fucking years ago at this point. Oh, we did a show in a weed church in Indiana. Because
go on.
They were like, hey, you can't give gays cake or something like that, and then there were all these weird.
I was going to stop you here. For sure, no one told you that. Nobody said the word. You can't give gays cake.
No, it's like a thing in
Let
Indiana.
them eat ass.
Oh, I just now figured out what you think you mean.
Oh, they can't.
He's talking about how people don't want to sell like wedding cakes to gay couples in Indiana.
Can't give gays cake.
Otherwise, they turn into gremlins.
I was about to say they're not
gremlins.
Well, so this guy was like, "Oh, I can use this to my advantage." When there was all this like hibbity jibbity with the laws, and so he made a church of cannabis, and so there's a weed church. I took pictures of it. It's like John and Jesus are like touching hands, Sistine Chapel or whatever.
Sure,
it has like a joint.
It's got an atom, but close enough.
Yeah, who gives a fuck? He's dead. And then it's
God.
Okay, Tom Nietzsche.
No, so they had like a joint, and then there was just like giant pot symbols, and then apparently all the neighbors protest like 3 times a week because it used to be their like family church. But yeah, Indiana's fucking dumb. So yeah, I got to perform at a pot church, and then I guess they record the sets and then send them to some like juvenile detention center, like on iPods because the kids can't have them or something like that. So they like sneak the sets to these kids in like a jail school, and then they listen to
Jail school.
There's some kid in solitary confinement with nothing but Tom's thoughts.
Oh man, well we know where the next shooter's coming from.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Yeah, that's gonna be like the X-Men contaminant that gives them all fucking.
hey, whatever inspires people.
Yeah. Just going on, some kid going on a rampage. I'm going to send you all to where the shirts are.
Oh, Pants Dimension.
Yeah, the best show was probably. I mean, there was a club we did in Indianapolis that was okay. Take two. There was a club in Indianapolis that was great, and then there was also a show in Joplin at some punk rock like pizza place, and it was in the middle of Joplin, Missouri, and so many tatted white girls. It was amazing, and the show was great. They were like standing O's for fucking. It was insane, but yeah, they don't have comedy much over there, and I don't think they have TV. It was pretty isolated. Yeah, but that was cool, and yeah, got only threw up like 3 times.
Do you throw up often?
No.
Look at him.
I just
Tom's stomach is pretty hard, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's like a lot of just like sugar and Advil have been.
As the one person who's had to clean out Tom's vomit, I like this conversation.
Oh yeah, Keith had to clean up my vomit in Fresno after I ate a rotisserie chicken.
He drank 15 shots, a Jack and Coke.
18 shots and a Jack and Coke.
Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum, you dumb fuck. But he drank that much. He ate a whole chicken, and then I got there late, so he was just like wobbling around like a fucking human weevil, and he's just like, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna live forever. And then 20 minutes later, I hear him just projectile vomiting, and I go in and like. I don't know how to explain how everywhere the vomit was. Like it was. You ever clean puke off a ceiling before? Like, and it somehow smelled like poop. Like I don't even know.
Chicken, baby.
That's not an explanation.
I like that it made it all the way down to almost your asshole, and then you were so nauseous it like sent it back up the intestine through the stomach.
Yeah. I drank a lot. Well, I drank too much too quickly, I think was what it was.
Also, you ate a chicken. You ate a whole thing that was alive.
I ate half a rotisserie.
You ate the whole chicken.
You drank a barrel of poison and then an entire dead animal. I like to imagine there are bones in the vomit too.
There were bones in the vomit.
Wait, is that one of mine? I gotta get that back in there.
I played Operation. I was prepared for this.
It was good chicken. Although the booker over there loved him to death, but he like one time I went up there and I'm like, "How you doing?" And he's like, "I swallowed a turkey bone," and then he was just like shitting and vomiting blood the whole time I was up there. The Fresno show was great. I got to do 50 minutes for a retarded 22 Cambodian's birthday party, so it was him and his family. I know he's retarded, so I kept doing crowd work.
like Pol Pot put the bag on for.
I didn't know he was retarded. I thought they just sounded like that.
Yeah, no, I just like I don't have good retardar or whatever it is.
Tartar sauce.
So I just I kept asking like, "What do you do for work?" And he's like, "Oh, I do karate."
Legos.
I do karate. I was like, "That you teach karate?" He was like, "No, I do. I'm a yellow belt." I was like, well, how the fuck is that a job? And like no one, like I kept seeing like the booker just like grabbing his head.
Oh no!
So worried I was going to say the wrong thing.
I feel like that's something they should have warned you about in advance.
They thought I knew he was retarded. No one told me he was retarded. Like he was.
Here's one of the things I've learned about Tom. He cannot distinguish retards from Asians.
Well, he was.
You kind of lump them in together.
When did I
it's
teach
like Looney
that?
Tunes in the 40s.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, he just kept talking about karate. No job. So that was brutal.
I gotta go to the karate factory. Fucking karate chop these iPhones into place.
Hi, my name is Chud Dungus, CEO of Karate.
I gotta get 50 sidekicks and my supervisor's gonna be mad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Supervisor is sensei for grown-ups.
Oh.
I was also pretty drunk to realize someone was retarded. Like before the show, we did that fucking like Periscope thing, and someone saw a bottle of vodka. They're like, "Do a shot," and then I just kept doing shots at like 2 in the afternoon because they asked me to.
Yeah, someone on Facebook told me.
Yeah. And then they didn't come to the show. They're like, well, come to the show if you do shots. So I did it, and they didn't come to the fucking show. So that was a waste. And I had a pitcher of beer and then a couple of other drinks before I got. So I had drinks, like enough drinks to not know someone was retarded. You know, it was. I think that's a fair enough.
The different thresholds of blood alcohol content. Can't drive. Can't distinguish mental illness.
Point no tard.
Lighting shirts on fire.
Blonde mohawk.
That's part of the field sobriety test. They just put a child up there. Okay, is he coloring because he's slow or whimsical?
Yeah, no, the mohawk was sober, and it was a terrific choice, by the way. Thank
Excellent.
you. You're jealous, Keith.
Yeah, Tom. Everybody wants to look like a homeless dinosaur.
Hey, I'm distinguished, all right?
I agree.
From what? Functional people?
I think it's a fine look, Tom.
Thank you,
They're
Joe.
just being haters.
Let's get a quick picture for the fucking
Okay.
Twitter.
I'm sorry, I'm just being a Negasaurus.
Lean in, Keith.
I'm waiting so much.
There, now they know I'm
Right, whatever.
I was real hunched there.
You did say very you did say didn't you say I'm hunchy on an episode of Mean Boys? one time?
Yeah, I did. I am.
It was after a series.
You're the hunch everything of Notre Dame.
What? So what else happened on the road, Tom? Any other notable?
We screamed. There were some fights with customer service people at gas stations.
Multiple. What was the discrepancy?
My buddy, he's a good guy, but he like the gas station guy. He was like too happy.
You fought a man for smiling.
Yeah, he was like, yes sir, no sir, just very smiley. And then my buddy was like, don't you have any fucking goals for yourself? You're too nice to be working at a gas station. And then we tried to steal you know how there's like the don't drive through this, like they're not cones, like cement sticks. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What kind of Domino's snack order is this?
No, it's like if they don't want a car to drive into a thing.
Yeah.
And they had like plastic coating. You know, there's like a condom for it, kind of looking.
Yeah.
And so we I was in the car, and then that was after a rough show, and so one of my buddies was like, "Fuck it," and he popped the trunk and just threw the plastic covering in the trunk. And there's like 8 cops by, and so I had to get in an argument over why we shouldn't steal. Like a fucking plastic, like we wouldn't have done anything with it. Like if we're gonna steal something, it should be valuable. I don't understand. Like, so we got in a fight. There was a fight about that. Oh fuck, I'm forgetting something. We made a Taco Bell waitress cry.
Wait. A waitress?
That's the only thing more confusing. That would be hostess.
The drive-through hostess.
Okay.
You're not one of those car waitresses.
How'd you make her cry?
It was a group effort. My buddy, he was drunk, and so he had to pee. So we exited off the freeway, just walked out of the car and started peeing into the road. And we're like, "Guy, get back in the car, dude!" And he got back in the car, and then we drove to Taco Bell. And then he got back out of the car to pee at the Taco Bell, but it was closed. He just kind of peed on the sidewalk. And then we got in the drive-through thing, and then we ordered, and then he walked over and goes, "God, how much is a falupa?" Or whatever the fuck he said. And
A falupa.
and the drive-through lady was like, "Excuse me, sir, you're very close. You don't have to yell." And he goes, "Fucking bitch, we're getting out of here." And it was a rough moment. He misunderstood, and then I still
Misunderstood what? Human decency?
Yeah.
Everybody, I've yelled at people. We all yelled at. I said I wanted to kill a psych nurse in the middle of a Steak and Shake.
That's somewhat of a different situation. There's a fucking,
There it is. That's the gold we were looking for.
Tom, explain.
were just talking. It started with that movie Bronson. You guys see Bronson?
Yeah.
How could it possibly start with the movie
Bronson.
There's I can't imagine any anecdote starting with the movie Bronson, let alone Snake Nurse and a Steak and Shake.
And I just really love that movie. I like that dude. I like his style. Mm-hmm. And then we were arguing about it, and then it somehow got into mental hospitals. And like, they're just doing their job. Like, I'll fucking drag them through glass. I just started screaming in the Steak and Shake. I was in a bad mood about how I wanted to murder the psych nurses. And then I was like, I overreacted, so I walked a mile for cigarettes. So yeah, it's just me screaming. We all had moments. I don't know what you guys expected from this podcast.
Exactly this.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom. What else?
I'm trying to. God, I know I'm forgetting.
I just like
some
you're like,
things.
yeah, it was really uneventful, and then I fucked a pigeon.
Not
Well, I was listening to the White Stripes.
What would you say is the biggest difference about? Because you grew up in California, right?
Yeah,
What's the biggest difference between like Middle America and here?
You know what? They fucking. There's no people. Like the cities have people, but like the place in Indiana that we first stayed in, not Indianapolis. I was like, yeah, they should have guns. Oh, I gotta fire a gun. The day that I maybe fired a gun. I'm not gonna say for sure because it's technically illegal for me to hold a gun. But I was in. I
would like to add cats to that list.
So the day after I had the Four Loko and lit the guy's shirt on fire. I woke up and it was
a nice
like
Midwestern picnic.
Oh my god!
that was the first day I went vegetarian too. So all I had was fried mushrooms to eat. And the next day they don't have many options. And the next day fucking the guy who owned the place was like, "You sober?" I was like, "Almost." And he was like, "I have a rifle." And I was like, "Okay."
Allegedly.
I allegedly had a rifle. Well, he had a rifle. And then I killed my first beer bottle. I have a picture of me holding the gun.
The fact that you say you killed it.
I love that you started this with like, allegedly goes to crime too. I have photographic evidence.
Oh god!
Allegedly. I allegedly.
What? You don't know how this works.
No, you just say allegedly, and then it's not.
And then you go to prison.
Allegedly.
God, I hope you're never brought up in court. Simon says I didn't kill him.
Yeah.
What? That's the law or something.
Yeah, the first pistol was pink, and that felt a little weird, but there was like a 8-foot wall of like allegedly of like stumps.
I don't think the wall of stumps is not the incriminating portion, Tom.
And then we put like a beer
Unless they
bottle.
were like leg stumps.
And Tom, you were a wall of stumps.
And like the first 3 shots, I like missed. I almost hit the barn. I just fucking kept firing them like 6 feet over this 8-foot wall, allegedly. And guns are tougher than you think. And then I got a sniper rifle, and then that was a lot more fun.
I feel like this
Allegedly.
story is like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre family invited Tom to hang out. He's just oblivious to all the horror.
That was a beautiful farm.
He kind of freaked them out. Yeah.
That would be a great. Yeah, I should do that in a script. Or life, I don't know. Whatever floats a boat. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, I gotta fire those guns. And the gun. I get it. If you're in Newcastle, I fucking have a gun. There's no people there. There's no if you can go outside, spin in 365 degrees, and you don't see anybody. Then you should. Who the fuck cares? You're not reading out there. What the fuck? There's no Wi-Fi.
You're not reading.
There's fucking. You know how hard you'd have to work to find a person to shoot in that fucking town. Just a redneck game of hide and seek. Like, there's no way. There's
I feel
a
like
problem.
you've considered this at length.
Yeah, I've never allegedly had a gun long enough to do anything like that, and I don't like shooting people.
Like, how do you know?
It's not my cup of tea.
It's not that. I don't like talking to people. That doesn't mean I want them. Well, I don't want their death to be around me.
That's chilling.
Jesus Christ, dude. I've never been afraid of you until right now.
No, I think you guys are taking this out of context. I just don't like. I just don't like talking to people.
No, I think we're in context. You're like the fucking Saw murderer walking into the police station.
Allegedly.
Oh man, this is all going to be
This is all out of context.
this is all going to be evidence in the fucking Netflix documentary they make about Tom one day.
Catching, or wait, what is it called?
Stephen Avery.
No,
can't
no,
remember
no.
nothing.
Let Tom figure out what's the name of the show.
It was Making a Murderer, and then I thought it was called something else, so I was going to do some fucking word
Like on that
thing,
show,
but-
Catching a Guy.
You mean Catch a Predator?
That show, Blonde People Hurting Man. You don't know what? He's the man who hurts people. And he's blonde.
Wait, the twist is he didn't, though.
Yeah,
Or did he?
never done anything bad. Well, like, into that extreme. I've, like, littered and shit. I tried to kill myself a bunch of times, but that doesn't count.
I've littered and tried to kill myself. Other than that,
Yeah, I was trying to make some people litter.
I'm going to leave me in the street.
well,
Okay, Tom. Anything else?
Oh, I'm trying to think. I mean, there were wheelchair people I met. They were cool. And then...
Tom, you described different groups as like Lord of the Rings races.
They're the wheelchair people of the north.
The Asian Tars across the sea.
the people we stayed with in Oklahoma, really nice, became really great friends with them, love them to death. But there was this thing where I would like put headphones on and write shit, and then the guy he like had like he has like muscular problems, so he's all like like dinosaur-y, and it like whenever I wasn't paying attention long enough, he'd just sit across from me and just start screaming he was gonna rape me, but I couldn't hear, and then so that was, I mean, nothing happened, but yeah, that was interesting. Got to perform at the Oklahoma Thunder's favorite bar to drink at. That was cool. And then some fuckface who was just hosting a show that night stole like $150 from us. So that was a low point.
well, you didn't get raped, so I think the day's a win.
He was just being playful. He wasn't actually going to rape me. He was just...
You don't know him like I do.
It's like a dog where it's like, oh, he's just getting to know you. He doesn't actually want to butt fuck you against your will.
Nah, he's cool. The fucking guy, he was all... We got there, and his eyes were fucking... He was oxied, man. And he drug money. He stole it from us.
Yeah.
Alleged. No, he stole it from... Yeah, no, alleged on that.
I regret ever telling you about allegedly.
I mean, you're not the first person to tell me about it.
Allegedly means you commit a crime and then you don't anymore. It's like take back seats for the law.
It's OxyClean for your record.
Yeah, I don't have a record, I think. I don't think... The psych words don't go on the record, right?
They're not crimes.
I mean, technically...
Crimes against sanity.
Technically they are, though. That's weird.
What?
It's illegal to kill yourself.
Yeah, that's true. Humbug.
I'm a lawbreaker.
See, this is why we need Trump. Bureaucratic red tape.
Yeah, you know
I'll
what?
make it legal to kill yourself
That was the
without
weirdest...
filling out a bunch of forms.
I am the best at getting you to kill yourself. All right.
Oh, great one, Tom.
All right, we're not going political with Tom, guys. I think it's time to wrap this episode
I
up.
think so, too.
Yeah.
Well, that was the road diary. Yeah, no regular episode this week. We'll be back soon.
Were there questions?
Oh, fuck. Yes. I think we got at least one.
Okay.
Some plugs in the meantime. Catch me and Keith at the Madhouse in San Diego this Thursday, and on Friday in Fresno at Frank's Place at 9 p.m.
Catch me in Laguna Beach on Thursday night.
I mean, boys, what did Tom do during the day on tour? Did he see any giant balls of twine or tinfoil museums? Love, Caitlin.
I mostly just hid from people. Was mostly what I did. I didn't have a car. I rewatched the entire series House.
Okay.
Show.
Of all the shows.
Well, if I
love
can't
House.
sleep in one, at least I can watch one. All right. Anything else?
I mean, I drank.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, so Caitlin, exactly what you thought.
I got drunk and watched House mostly. And foosball. Really good at foosball. I went to a boarding school in freshman year, and they had a foosball table. Got really good. Psych wards also had them, so I had lots of time to practice. Really got good at, so I'm good at foosball. And then in Illinois, at midnight I'd go and walk to my old school, and yeah, that was kind of fucked.
And just like look at it.
Yeah, kinda.
Jail school.
Okay. Reggie Mitchell, email address stoolhumpermicdropper93@aol.com. Subject: comedy advice needed. Message: hi, mean boys. My name is Reggie Break Yourself Mitchell, and I'm fairly new to comedy. My question is, what type of TV credit is best to strive for? Getting a network TV spot that is only shown Saturday at midnight that promotes your ex-girlfriend 97% more than you, or sharing a spot on a basic cable comedy show Sunday at midnight knowing that it will be your only appearance because the producers deemed you too unsightly for television. Thanks for taking the time to answer my question. Reese's Pieces. Kill yourself.
Oh, man.
I'm never going to get on TV. I'm not worried about it.
I'm starting to question the validity of that, Connor.
Yeah, everything. I want to know who wrote this because it's tremendous.
It's
was
tremendously
Break Yourself,
personal.
Yeah.
And really just unkind.
Yeah. Well,
Stool humper mic dropper.
I mean,
I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that when I'm not edited out of television.
Yeah, we got another one slightly more jovial. Name Mean Boys Rules. First off, I love the podcast. I started listening recently. I've listened to almost all of them. Great fucking show, you guys. Seriously, my new favorite podcast by far. You guys are fucking awesome, and I look forward to each new podcast roast battle. Can we get a Mean Boys dating advice segment? Let's say you're almost as fat as Keith, into old-timey shit as much as Joe, and are as white bread as Connor. Have a kid and living at your mom's house, and your pot dealer's mistress friend that drops by doesn't want to gratify you anymore. I know I'm not alone in the Mean Boys listenership. It's a pretty specific thing. I think you may be alone, buddy.
Our fans are like when Frankenstein's monster went back to kill him because he.
Yeah, well, we met a Mean Boys fan in San Diego that came out to the show.
Who was
'cause he
actually
saw us
super
on.
nice.
He was cool as fuck.
Orion, if you're listening, shout out, buddy.
And then we asked him if we could crash at his house, and he lived with his parents. So I don't know what we thought.
Orion, fuck you, buddy.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
he
made my day.
yeah, he should live somewhere else probably.
Good advice. Do we have any dating advice for this guy? Have a kid and living at your mom's house, and your pot dealer's mistress's friend that drops by doesn't want to gratify you anymore.
There's too many words in there. Kill your kid.
I asked him to elaborate. But I think he put a fake email, so it bounced back. So I don't really know what you're talking about. Any general dating
he's
advice?
being
Email
very
us more
clear.
dating questions.
What are you
All right,
confused
can you
about?
interpret this retard nonsense then?
Yeah, he's living with his mom with the kid, and he's got a girl who's like not showing him affection, and he feels trapped because he's fat, old timey, and pale. And he doesn't feel loved. We gotta
Date Tom.
What's the prescription, Gus?
Huh?
How does this guy get his life back on track?
Leave the house and get rid of the kid.
How?
Huh?
Gone, allegedly.
Throw him in a parking lot. He'll be clothed at least. I know.
That's what fire stations are for.
You can't leave like a 6-year-old at a fire station,
I
Tom.
mean, you can.
You know, the Hero Department baby dumpster.
Do anything. It's America.
All right.
But, yeah.
Twitter @HandyP writes, "Hi, cunts. Thanks for putting out such a despicable but funny podcast. Being an edgy 15-year-old at heart, it really speaks to me. My question, who of you would be the first to die when the evil blood feaster eventually becomes your president? Keep up the shitty work. Greetings from your one fan in Germany."
I feel like Karnak would kill me first or make him, like, me his leader.
Probably the first one.
I could lead Karnak.
Either way, Karnak would see you as a rival. You know? So he can either bring you into the fold or he has to neutralize you.
I feel like I would have bullied Tyler Dawson at some point in school, and I would probably be, impaled with like a swap meet, like batless.
I feel like you'd be Tyler Dawson's Millhouse. You know?
Tyler Dawson's
Acolyte of Dawson.
the Secretary of Darkness.
I bet I could outdrink Karnak.
Nah. No.
My stomach is a black hole.
Yeah, mine too.
I turn whiskey to war piss.
We can go twosies on that one.
We can go twosies. That doesn't mean anything.
Karnak's frustrated.
And Tom is bad at improv.
Well,
No.
No, but
of all the things, that's what you take offense at. Well, everybody, I think that's our bonus episode. Yeah,
I think that's it.
I'd like to thank our special guest, Tom Goss.
Thanks, everybody, for
Thanks,
writing
buddy.
the questions.
Thank you to all the people throughout Oklahoma, Indiana, Missouri They'll let me stay with them. They'll put me up on shows.
That aren't listening to this.
And,
Awesome.
no, there's some of I told them about it.
Oh, cool.
Or just for the general public to know I'm thankful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You dumb faggot.
Yeah, I'm the bad guy, not holding guns illegally and be.
I
Allegedly.
want people to know I'm thankful and a murderer.
Thanking a murderer.
Good night, everybody.
Crazy.